That's it, I'm getting out. Taking a lot of guff today. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I haven't had this much grief since I used to be a doctor. Now, that's where I took a lot of guff. I mean, all those years I spent in school, and I still took guff from people. I was the best there was, and proud of it. Every day I'd throw my arms skyward and scream, "These hands have been touched by God!" My specialty, OB-GYN. Every now and then I felt a need to pay back. You see, I was making big bucks in private practice in Beverly Hills, California. My colleagues referred to me as a spreader of old wives' tales, and while I did like a riddle, a joke, I was a serious man, serious about my profession. Every 2 weeks out of the year, I would donate my services in a free mobile clinic. You've seen them around. A big truck with a big cross on the side, and people that couldn't afford regular hospital treatment, maybe for the first time they'd ever been to a doctor like me, I'd take my wagon on the road. So one time I was working in Baja, California. I mean, I was out in the sticks. I'm working in my truck, helping people. A lot of Mexicans would come up to me, and, a lot of people that live far away from normal health care. When suddenly I heard the thunder of a lot of motorcycles. And I looked out the window, and there was a motorcycle gang circling my van. All of my low-slung chopped Harleys, long high handlebars, and one real nasty-looking woman there. Well, they all came up to the door. I said, yes, gentlemen, can I help you? The biggest one came up, scratched his belly, and said, "The lady needs an exam." I said, well certainly, come in, ma'am, what's your name? She said, "They call me Smeggy Peggy." I said, well, all right, Smeggy, you want to come in here? Who's going to sign for her here? Who's her man? And 15 guys raised their hand. I said, oh, God. I said, all right, I'll have her out in a second. So I took her to the operating room. I said, Peggy, 15 guys, for crying out loud. She said, I can't help it. I'm a nympho. I can't help it. That's why I joined these guys. I was going to a nice school, but somehow I saw those motorcycles, those big men, those hairy chests, those iron crosses, those helmets. I had to have them. Just like Doctor, I have to have you. And with that, she grabbed me and pulled me upon her. I know I shouldn't, but I was so taken by it all. Motorcycle mama, motorcycle gang right outside there, mama. I couldn't help myself, and I began to hobble vigorously. I looked up, and there was the biggest one. I mean, he must have been 6'6", about 400 pounds, big belly hanging out, standing there saying, what do you think you're doing, Pop? And I looked at him at the road. I'm taking your temperature. That's it. I'm just taking your temperature. Well, he pulled out this big, long knife out of his boot. I said, what are you doing? He said, well, if that thing don't have little numbers on it when it comes out, I'm going to cut it off.